60-pound division. Your referee, Mr. Floyd Favors. Introducing first, out the blue corner, wearing the black trunks. He comes to us from Thurgood Marshall Rec Center out of Cleveland, Ohio. Please welcome Prenice Brewer. Fighting out the red corner, wearing the Cash Money trunks from Washington, D.C. Boys and Girls Club number 10, Gary Russell Jr.
And Gary Russell Jr., definitely one of the premier boxers, came out of last year's Platinum Gloves. Gary Digital Williams alongside to fight Dr. Jerome Spears, and also Daryl Terrible T. Tyson remains with us here at ringside. One of the reasons why we asked Daryl to stick with us is the man who is the referee in this bout, and he's definitely one of your contemporaries, one of the guys that you boxed with here in Washington, D.C., a great boxer out of this area. That's Floyd Favors.
Yeah, one of the best. Good counter puncher, good slip-in mover. You know what I'm saying? Could get around the ring real good, had a lot of experience. You know, went to the Olympic trials, you know, won a lot of medals, golds, and things like that. You know, he was one of the top 119-pounder bantamweights in the world. You know, he's one of the best that came out of Washington, D.C., Floyd Favors.
No question about it. I mean, and again, just goes with the history of what we, Jerome and I have been covering this area for quite some time now, and seeing the guys like you.
Excuse me, but y'all been doing a great job.
I appreciate that.
Y'all been hanging in there.
Oh,
y'all been hanging in there, man. You know, and it ain't easy.
That's what it's all about.
It ain't easy.
That's it. But a lot of the joy I know from my end, but I think Jerome can say the same, is just seeing the guys come up through the ranks and get to the major titles, the world titles, the regional titles, and so on, and see you all progress over the years. And when you see guys like Floyd and you, and I talk regularly now to Daryl Dangerous D. Lattimore.
Mm-hmm.
He and I actually go to the same church, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And he's doing very, very well for himself.
Good.
No longer boxing, but he is doing very well for himself. And I see guys like you all and the Charmbays and the Mark Johnsons and the Keith Holmes and Mark T. Sharp Johnson's, all these great fighters that come through.
And in this area, the list can go on and on and on.
We be here all night.
That's right.
We be here all night.
Exactly right.
And that's been great. And now we're seeing that next wave maybe coming down the road. I know it's too early, a lot of the guys that you see, but you look at guys like, I remember Gary Russell from last year's Platinum Gloves doing an outstanding job. Of course, his brother is an outstanding pro, Gary Fast Hands Jones.
Right.
And
supposed to be fighting soon, I believe.
Right, yes. As we tape this, he's fighting actually another week. He's fighting actually another week. He got a tough one too. But be that as it may, just continue to see we get just passed down from one group to the next.
Well, you know what this real good for? It's good for to keep I'm not going to say our black kids period, off the street that want to do something constructive. It starts right here, you know what I'm saying? They can put all that energy and all that other stuff they got into the ring. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of being out there in the streets and doing something they got no business doing. Bring it to the gym.
That's the one thing that a lot of these boxers that we're talking to throughout the evening, they're saying, why do you like boxing so much? It keeps me off the streets.
Keep me out of trouble.
Keep me out of trouble, exactly. That's what they're saying. And it's just great that they recognize that and they're using that to their advantage.
And they should.
We look at Gary Russell Jr. taking on Prenice Brewer out of Cleveland, Ohio, in the Thurgood Marshall Club. And it's just an outstanding Gary Russell Jr., also a brother of Gary Fast Hands Jones, who is an up-and-coming junior middleweight prospect out of Washington, D.C.
And the hand speed in this particular bout is just very impressive.
Exactly.
Very impressive.
Exactly.
When do they learn that? Once they learn the basis of throwing the jab?
Well, no, that's natural.
Okay.
That's natural. If you have speed, you have. If you don't have it, you're never going to have it.
Okay.
They can tell you about all the things they got in the Ring magazine and all that. That don't give you speed. You work on what you can. You work on what you can't. You understand? You got like an earned pride. He didn't have good hand speed, but it was what? It was a good counter puncher.
Right.
That's how it goes. See, that's a natural thing. I can't teach you how to have hand speed.
But you can definitely enhance that hand speed, don't you know?
Well, no,
you do that?
the way you enhance the hand speed is telling them how to throw the punches correctly.
Okay.
But if you have speed, you have it. If you don't, you're not going. Kind
of like having height in
Thank
basketball.
you.
You know, you can't coach height.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you tell Spud Wells where you're too short, but yet still he's dunking.
There you go.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
And he stay and you look at Muzzy Bowles.
Right.
He stayed in the league for a long time.
He did.
He ain't number
He
3
did.
feet.
Yes, he did.
That's right.
And there's some on the other end who are very tall and didn't last in the league very long.
Exactly. So you take the same in boxing here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If a guy got good hand speed, you work with him on things so throwing his punches correctly, his hand speed will look even more better. But the guys that don't have good hand speed, you know, he do everything precisely. You'll think he's fast, but he's not fast, he's quick. See, I tell him the difference between fast and quick. But what you mean by that, Tyson? You may be faster than me, but I can get out the way because I'm a little quicker than you. That's all it is.
Okay.
And that's how it goes. That's how it goes.
And in some cases, that comes with the anticipation of where the guy's going to go before he goes.
Exactly. And that's all it is.
Sure.
That's all it is. It's called countering.
That's right. That's right.
Exactly.
That's what they call it, the sweet science.
That's what it is. I always say that.
Yeah.
Boxing is a science.
Sure.
You know, it's an art. That's why they call it an art. Boxing is an art. You know, boxing is an art.
Talking to the encyclopedic knowledge of Darrell Terrible T. Tyson, as we're watching Gary Russell Jr. out of Washington, D.C., and Prenice Brewer out of Cleveland, Ohio.
Right. You see, you got Gary in there. He doing him a lot of feints and showing him a lot of head feints and a lot of move and a lot of good left hand leads. You know, then we get inside, which is what most amateurs supposed to do, is let their hands go. Bop, 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 bop. You know what I'm saying? You get out there, you go left or right, and he's doing that pretty good. See what I'm saying? You count your move and you go around. Good. You always try to keep your man turning. Always try to keep him turning.
And that whole turning aspect is something that we see in American fighters much more so than the European style, which I think gives us that advantage when we match up head to head.
But if you think about the European style, how do they have our kids fighting that? Just like the Europeans, because they only score with the white portion of the glove.
Okay.
And most Europeans throw what? Good straight punches.
Okay.
That's why they took the flashness away, like the Sugar Ray Robinson and Sugar Ray Leonard and them, that fast style, because the Europeans couldn't keep up with that. Okay. So now we got to get another way of scoring these fights. You know, so they only score with the right portion of the gloves. That's turning your punches over.
Right.
That's it. And I mean, you know, I don't think it's too bad. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you should score a fight.
Okay.
You know, with the man punching the correct punches. I mean, the shoe shine, what we call the shoe shine, but it's really a combination.
Right.
You know what I mean? The shoe shine, all that is good. It looks good. And it's just good to the crowd. Oh, it looks so good, looks so fast. But it's not scoring no punches. And it's a waste of energy.
Good enough. We'll get the decision of this bout between Prenice Brewer and Gary Russell.
And that was a good bout. That was a good bout.
Stay with us with more with the decision in a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, 2002 Platinum Gloves Invitational 90-pound division, out of the red corner, Gary Russell Jr.
Gary Russell Jr. once again winning here at the Platinum Gloves, the belt and the medal presented by another great boxer here from Washington, D.C. We had him on earlier, Clarence Untouchable Vincent, the undefeated one out of D.C. And Darrell Terrible T. Tyson, once again, the legend.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Always a pleasure.
And once again, we'll have the interview with Gary Russell in just a moment. Stay with us. Back here at the Platinum Gloves in D.C. Convention Center, Gary Williams alongside Gary Russell Jr., who put together another great shot here, another great win here at the Platinum Gloves, and your game plan was definitely in evidence. What was your game plan going in?
My father told me just to make sure I box and throw a lot of punches.
Good enough. Of course, Gary Russell Jr. coming from a boxing family. His brother, Gary Fast Hands Jones, has about, as we take this coming up, and you got to be proud of what your brother's doing so far.
And hopefully, I want my brother to win. I'm going down Vegas with him, so hopefully we're going to represent.
Good. So you got that traveling going in there, but traveling must be a lot of fun for you, huh?
Yeah, and it's real fun, especially because I'm going with my big brother.
Good enough. Gary Russell Jr., thanks for joining us. Back with more in a moment. Stay with us.